Hi guys, today's vlog is going to be the second part to the vlog that I did yesterday on curriculum. So I'm just going to get started because my table right here is covered in all the curriculum that we're using this year, and it is a lot. So I want to make sure that I can cover it all and keep this video from being 20 minutes long. So for math, we decided to go with Math UC. Now I love Math UC because of a couple reasons. The video. I love that there's another person doing the teaching. I can sit alongside my daughter, my son, and watch the video with them and learn how they're teaching it to them, so if they have trouble through the week, I can reiterate what they've already been taught, but it takes the pressure off me. I love the way this guy teaches. I have no complaints about this curriculum. The only thing I wish I had done different is start this from the beginning with my oldest. One thing I've heard people complain about is that it's not a colorful curriculum. It is pretty boring. But they do have fun blocks that they use. My kids love the blocks. Well, I've got them right here. I can see if I can show you. I organize mine in this little box. I take them out, put them in the center of the table, and this just helps them with the workbook. They use them in the video and show them how to use them. So my kids love them. When they're done doing their math, they sit and enjoy playing with them even. So my absolute favorite math curriculum. I've tried a few others, and we are going to be sticking with this for sure. The other thing that we've changed, okay, a friend of mine shared this with me, and I'm so glad she did. This is first language lessons, and this is levels 1 and 2. So I have a first grader and a second grader. I have a second grader who struggles in this area. This is not her strongest suit. She's wonderful in math. She's very, very artsy. Reading and grammar and phonics has really been a struggle for her. And I have a first grader who is probably at a third grade level, but I don't want him to miss the basic stuff too. So what I decided to do is start at the first grade level with them, and I am just going to plow through this book. We are on lesson 30 as of tomorrow, and we have loved it. There's poem memorization. It's a classical approach. I believe it's a classical approach. It's where you just add on a little bit of information every day, and we're constantly reviewing the same things that we're learning. So it makes it so easy, and it's scripted. So I literally am reading this to them. They're repeating things with me. We're reciting definitions of nouns and all sorts of things. So they love it. And one thing that I do along with this is we have started a grammar notebook, because at the end of several of the lessons there's what they call an enrichment activity, and they're real simple. Sometimes it's like practice writing the date, practice writing your name, practice writing states, when we're talking about how they're proper nouns and you capitalize the first letter and things like that. So I didn't like that I had just loose paper that had a name on it in their bins, but I wanted to keep track of everything that they were doing. So I started a binder, and I just put week 10, and we do 5 lessons a week, and week 11, and we just do our assignments straight in this notebook, so they have it all in one place. So that's their grammar. For phonics, the same friend who told me about that also told me how she was using Hooked on Phonics, and it really, really worked for her kids. My kids loved it. I would have never thought something as simple as Hooked on Phonics would work so well. This is another one we're going to stick to. I bought this one on eBay. I think I'm going to buy the whole set because I do have 4 more kids who are coming up behind these 2. I'm going to buy the whole set and just go through it with all of them, because this has been great, especially for my struggling reader. So I have nothing but good things to say about that. They love the chart. I don't know if you can see it right there on my whiteboard. The books that they read, they get to go and put stickers on it, and it's just a fun way for them to work towards something. This is something else that I do along with the Hooked on Phonics, Explode the Code. My kids love it. It's a great thing. I don't like giving them a bunch of busy work, but there are times when I'm working with somebody and I can't do the Hooked on Phonics with them right away. So it gives them extra practice, and it gives them something to do when I'm not quite ready to be done with the school day, but I'm not ready to sit down with them either. So a lot of times, just to get the day going, I'll say start with your handwriting, start with your Explode the Code, and they love that, and they have no problem with it. So It's another thing the kids actually, they like, they don't complain. So I can't complain either. I think it's Wordly Wise. This came in the Sonlight curriculum, and it is one of the things that I kept. They break it down for me throughout the school year. I think there's 10 lessons in this, but they break it down into, you do the same lesson over like 2 weeks or so. And this is vocabulary. And it's really easy and fun. It's just like a crossword puzzle or a hidden message, and they have to, put the vocabulary word with the definition, and it comes up with a hidden code. I mean, it's just fun stuff that they love, but it helps them with vocabulary words, and it's been fun to see them use the vocabulary words that they've used from that, or that they've learned from that. Next, we are using, while we're on that same topic, Handwriting Without Tears. I have 3 different kids using 3 different books, and we do love it. We originally were using A Reason for Handwriting, and I will say I am so torn between these two. One minute I think this is the way to go, and the next minute I'm like, oh, I kind of want to go back to the other. There are things I like about both. I'll probably always switch it up between the two, truthfully. I love the Handwriting Without Tears comes with the wooden, I'll just show you if I can get it open. They're the wooden blocks that you practice the shapes on this little pad. My son loves it. My kindergarten loves it. It's a way for him to practice his letters without getting it on pen and paper every single time. We still do pen and paper every day, but this is just another fun way to help him remember what the letters are supposed to look like, as well as the chalkboard that comes with it. He uses that daily as well. So that's handwriting. Another thing in that area that we've started doing that is quite possibly my favorite thing that we've done so far is I journal with the kids. So each of them have their own just composition book, and I have just started journaling with them. I write them a note, and then they write back to me every single day. And I think I'm going to continue this as long as I can, as long as they'll cooperate and do it with me. It has been really, really nice. And there's one, I want to share with you. My son did. It's the things that you just would miss if I weren't doing this. I wouldn't get to connect with him in this way. He was telling us one day that math made him anxious. Like I said, he's really advanced in the reading and the language arts. He struggles in math. He doesn't like it. He feels anxious and nervous about getting the problems wrong. And he told me about it one day, and the next day here it is. I wrote him a note. Just at the top, I write to him, and I said, I'm glad you told me that me and Daddy how you feel about math. I hope our talk made you feel better. We're a team, and we'll work together through the difficult problems. You can always come to me when you need help or are feeling nervous. I love you. His response, I just make him write 4 sentences back to me, both my kids. Sometimes they write more, sometimes they write less. His response was so sweet. He says, you're welcome. I'm so, so happy now. When Daddy's here, can we go for a walk? Maybe we could go for a power walk. Simple. I ask them questions hoping that they'll respond. Sometimes they don't. Really, it's good handwriting for them, and it's just a good way to connect back and forth and get an idea of, I get to peek into some of their thoughts that maybe I wouldn't have connected with otherwise. So, one of my favorite things that I've started this year. What else are we doing? I'll start with Bible. So right now for their Bible lessons, I have them reading a story a day out of their children's Bible. We're halfway through, or just about halfway through. And the kids love this. They're always like, can we read more? Can I read another story? So that's been fun for us. Sonlight provided this book, Leading Little Ones to God. I think it's a great Bible book for them. Good lessons, easy to understand, good conversation starters. I like this book. Now, there aren't enough lessons in there to schedule it out every single day. So sometimes we're doing it twice a week, sometimes we're doing it 3 times a week. I don't really worry about it because on top of what we do during our school day, my husband does Bible time with them every night before bed. one book that we are loving for Bible time is the Jesus Storybook Bible. It has been amazing. I think that's the name of it. I hope I got that right. If not, I'll have my husband correct me and we'll put it down below. But the Storybook Bible is amazing. And then just another read aloud that we've been doing is the Missionary Stories. And this came with Sonlight as well. The kids just like the stories in it. And we usually do one chapter every couple weeks. And they enjoy this a lot. So which I'm hoping it gives them a heart for missions. That's my goal. And if not for missions, at least for just people and getting the word out of, the good news and telling people about Jesus. I think that's the most important thing to do right now at this age. So for history, I touched on that yesterday a little bit. We're doing Story of the World audio. I have the book that I follow along. We're also using the timeline that came with Sonlight. I'm going to keep that, and we're going to keep adding to it. Along with this, I do have a workbook that I didn't pull out that has coloring pages that go with each chapter, and they do that every time as well. And we do history usually 2 days a week. There's 2 parts to each chapter, and we do one part early in the week and one part late in the week, and that's that. So Sonlight Science Program, I told you the same thing yesterday. We're sticking to that. Ooh, sorry, I bumped the camera. We're sticking to that. So we're using Sonlight for Science. This is about magnets, I believe. So we have a DVD that goes with that and some experiments for them to do, and they love it. They are always asking, can we do the science that's in the box? The science book that we're in right now is learning about animals, and the Sonlight program has lots of printouts for them. We're learning about animals in different continents right now. And then they just, do the worksheets. Sometimes they enjoy them, sometimes they don't. And at this age, if they don't enjoy them, we won't do them. We won't continue them. We're reading about the animals. We're talking about them. My kids are retaining it, so that's all that's important to me. I think the last thing I have is art. And this is one area that I have struggled this year. And I am going to be looking for a better art program because I do have a child who loves art. She's super artsy, crafty. She's always looking for something to do. So just for busy work to keep her, coloring and doing the things that she wants to do, is the Draw Right Now. If she needs a break from this tougher stuff, she'll ask, can I do my art? And I say, absolutely. She actually picks whatever page she wants. I got her the Draw Right Now notebook. And this is a good example. They give you the step-by-steps on what to draw. So that lesson was the hen. And then they have, on the same page, they have 4 sentences that they write about the picture in the book that it tells them to write. So they're practicing handwriting and drawing. So she's just done lots of different ones, and she loves this. This is fun for her. And then with Sonlight came some art books that we have slowly gone through. I haven't done as much of this as I would like, but we plan to do more. So there's one. Here's another. And then we also got the Bernstein's favorite children's classics, and a lot of times I'll play this while they're doing their art, and they enjoy listening to it. So that is what we're using this year. I'm going to wrap this up because we're pushing 15 minutes. Sorry that took so long. There's just a lot we're doing this year. If you have any questions, leave comments below. I'm happy to answer them for you. And I don't think I forgot anything. I think this is it. So, oh, and of course we do the read alouds. I talked about that yesterday too. But those are always changing, so I didn't pull those out. The same thing with the readers. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed just getting an idea of what we do every day, or every week, I should say, in our homeschool. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help. I guess that's it. Talk to you later.